Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with another update for my I'm moving project plan. So as you guys might know, if you've been watching this project before, we actually are hopefully going to move very soon. We are still waiting for kind of final dates, stuff like that, but the preliminary goal is to move beginning of November. So that's kind of why I'm doing this project. I wanted to introduce a way to use up some of my skincare, hair care, and body care before I move, because I had a lot of like half-used products and a lot of mini stuff like that I wanted to get out. So I introduced a lot of products into this project, and so far I've used up quite a few of them already. So I'm going to go through the products that are still in this project. I'm not going to cover every single one. That's kind of what I do in these updates. I go through the ones that have visible progress, and then the rest I kind of just skip over or kind of briefly mention, just because, again, since there were so many products in this project to start, I knew these videos were going to take forever and they were going to be very repetitive if I talked about every single product. So I'm going to do the same today, and I'm going to jump into the progress on what I have next to me. But before I do so, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. Let's jump into the video. Alright, so we're going to start off with the top of my list. And first up we have a shower gel. So this one comes from Rituals. This is the Ultra Hydrating Shower Paste. It's the scent Refreshing Eucalyptus and Organic Olive. This is a really, really nice, hydrating, thick kind of paste, as it says. It's not like a drying paste, like a toothpaste kind of texture. It's more of a jelly texture, but it's a little bit more, I don't know, condensed, and it's very hydrating. I really do like this product quite a bit, and as you can see, I have gotten some really good progress. I only really started using this one a month ago, and then that was the first 2 weeks of progress, and this is the second 2 weeks. So really, really happy with that. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get this one out before November, but I'm going to continue using it, and yeah, I'm really happy with the progress on it so far. The second product that I have a little bit of progress on as well. Not as much as I maybe would have wanted, but it has moved a tiny bit. And that is my body moisturizer. This is the Soap & Glory, the Righteous Butter and Nourishing Body Lotion. And I do need to remember to moisturize more often. I am terrible at remembering to moisturize my body, and that's why the progress isn't like moving super fast. But you can see right here where it's sitting. You might not be able to see it, but because there's a little bit of stuck on the side there, but when I hold it up to the light, I can see where it's settling. So there's still a tiny bit of movement there in the last 2 weeks. I have definitely slowed down than what I did originally. I felt like when I started this project, I was super motivated to get these things out. I still am, but I just kind of gotten back into my old habits of forgetting to use moisturizer, which I need to change. But I did use this one today, so I got a little bit more progress today, and hopefully I can keep remembering to use this one moving forward. Then we have a skincare product next. This is actually my moisturizer. So this is the Glow Recipe Plump Hyaluronic Cream, which is the one I'm currently using. I have already finished up a mini of this in this project, so I moved on to the full size now. And as you might be able to see, there is like a little bit of movement. I still have quite a lot of product left in here. I have used up what was on the lid first. But yeah, it's moving along. Again, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through this one fully before I actually move, but it is my go-to moisturizer now. It's the one I use every single night, and I do really like this moisturizer. I feel like it's pretty good. I said before that I wasn't sure like how I felt about it yet. I don't know if I felt like this was better than anything else, but yeah, I do like it. I think it is hydrating enough, even though it's a little bit lighter than a lot of moisturizers I usually go for. So it's been a joy to reach for this one. I'm probably going to give you guys a full review once I finish this tub. And I also feel like once I stop using it, maybe I'll notice more of a difference. Someone commented on that last video that sometimes you don't notice how good a product is until you stop using it. So we'll see with this one, but of course, this one is still staying in the project. All right, so then we're going to move on to a couple of products that I have not used at all. So quick little, I don't know, like disclaimer, I guess, is that in the past 2 weeks, I haven't actually had access to most of these products because we had some annoying drama happen with the flat. I have mentioned it briefly in kind of a couple of videos, but long story short, we basically had a knock on the door from a builder who was going to redo our bathroom, and it came without notice really from our landlord. So we were almost forced out of our flat, and they did book a hotel for us, so that was like good. We did have somewhere else to go while I did the renovation, but yeah, it just took a lot of focus away from my project planning because I couldn't bring everything with me. It was very rushed. I had to like he was basically waiting. He said, I'll come back in half an hour, because he needed obviously to access the bathroom. So I had to clear out all the toiletries, everything in the bathroom, because he had to rip up all the flooring, stuff like that. But I did pack a few things to bring to the hotel with me. But again, I have a lot of products in here that I haven't used at all, because again, they were packed away for about 10 days. Yet they booked us in for 9 nights, so 10 days. So that's why the progress is a little bit slower in this update for these last 2 weeks. But let me go through the things that I have not used. We have the Dove Derma Spa Summer Revived Body Lotion, which is like a gradual tanner. I'm very, very close to finishing that one, and I was hoping to do so this past 2 weeks, but again, I didn't pack it with me, but it's going to hopefully be done next update. Then we have the Ojon Rare Blend Hair Oil. Haven't used that one either. I have the Ritual Calming Shower Oil, which I'm not using in general because I'm still having that shower paste. We have my bio oil, which is actually something that I do use really, really regularly, but I don't have any progress on this past month because, again, I didn't bring it with me. Then we have my Bondi Sands Self Tanning Foam, which I have actually brought out because I do have some good progress on this one. I can't mark it because it's opaque packaging, but I can definitely feel that this one is getting lighter. I do fake tan about once or twice every update. I've been really good with it. My tan is basically faded now mostly, but I did fake tan like the upper half of my body. I didn't do my legs because we are getting past summer, so I'm not really having my legs out much, but I'm going to continue using this one. Yes, my colleague commented, he was like, oh, how come you looked so tan? Like, did it go away? Or, something like that. And I was like, no, it's just fake tan. And he's like, oh, you don't look orange at all though. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of where fake tan has gone. But, guys, I guess, don't really realize maybe, but this one is a really good one and it looks really natural. So I do like this fake tan quite a bit. And right now, I think I'm sitting around like maybe down here. So I don't know how much I have left. Maybe it's going to be like 2-3 more times. I don't know. Maybe it's going to be more than that. But I am hopeful that I'm going to be able to have this one done before November and before my move. Then a couple more things that I haven't used. We have my Kerastase Aqua Olem treatment, which I was planning to use this past 2 weeks, but I didn't because, again, I didn't bring it with me, but I'm hoping to have that one empty next month. Then we have the Nature Lab Clarifying Scalp Scrub. Haven't used that one. Heirloom Copa Dew Oil. Haven't used that one either. And lastly, from this section, we have my Rituals Mindful Body Scrub, which, again, I haven't used. However, we do have some exciting progress coming up. So we do have 2 skincare products I want to talk about next. And that's these 2 products right here. We have the Inky List, the polyglutamic acid, which is like a hydrating type of serum. I think it acts in a similar way to hyaluronic acid. So this one I have been able to use. And I mentioned this one before because it is a product that has an airless pump. And I didn't know when it was going to be done, but I am happy to say that this one is now done. Course, like there's always a tiny bit coming out, but you can see I'm pressing it, nothing else is coming out. So this one is now finally done. I did like this product. It has like a very slick feeling to it, so I like using this one under makeup actually. But in general, I feel like it was a good product. I haven't missed it though since I finished it up, which was about a week ago. But this is a product that I brought with me to that hotel and I used every single day when I was there until it was done. But now again, it has been done for about a week, so I'm really happy to have an empty in this video, despite having a bit of a bad update, I guess. But yeah, this one is done. And then the second one, which I held up a second ago, is the Pi Resurrection Girl Hydrating Mask. And again, I'm happy to say that I have been able to use this one up. I did squeeze out as much as I could. It is done. I'm sure I could cut this one open and get like a couple more, not even a couple more, but like a little bit more use on it. But we'll see if I do that or not. Maybe I'm not too fussed because I did really squeeze this one out and there's not much left in here. So this one is also empty, which means that we have 2 finished products in this update. All right, then we have 2 more products that I don't have enough progress to show you. We have the Chanel Extra Radiant Exfoliating Gel, which I usually have good progress on, but again, I didn't bring it with me, so I haven't used that one. And then we also have the Misha Time Revolution Treatment Essence, which I did use a tiny bit before we got kind of kicked out of our flat. But I think I only used it like maybe 2-3 times max. I don't think there's enough progress to mark, so I left that one out. But we do have a couple skincare products coming up that I do have some decent progress on as well, so let me talk you through those. Next one is this one right here, which is another Inky List product. This is the Fulvic Acid Cleanser, and this one is one that I'm so close to finishing. You can see right there I marked it at the very bottom because this one is almost done. I honestly think I only have like maybe 2 more uses left in this one, 3 maybe. So this is definitely going to be an empty by next month. But again, I didn't quite get there this time around, but that's fine. So this one is going to be an empty. And again, that was the progress. You can see that it has moved a tiny bit, but this is the first product. Then we have my Pixie Glow Tonic, which I have used a little bit as well. I am trying to get some good use on this one. And you can see the progress right there. So hopefully you can see like that it's moved a little bit. I do have maybe a little bit more progress than I did the update before, so that's exciting to see. But obviously I still have quite a bit of product left in here, so we'll see if I get through this one fully before I move. Another kind of serum type of product that I have really good progress on, because it's another one that I brought with me to the hotel, so I used every single day for, again, I'm out like 10 days, is the CosRX Advanced Nail Mucin Power Essence. And you can see right there that that is how much it's moved. So I have used this one quite a bit in this project. I think I mark this one every single time. It is one of my favorite essences, kind of serum type of products. And you can see that I used about half what was left. So if I keep using this one on like a daily type of basis, I do reckon this one can be done by the next update. Then the final product that I have when it comes to skincare to talk about is this one right here, which is my oil cleanser. This is the Super Facialist Vitamin C Brighten Skin Renew Cleansing Oil, which I do have some good progress on as well. This one is also very, very close to being done. Hopefully you can see right there. I do think this one again is going to be done by next update. I'm not in a rush to finish this one either, because I do use this one quite regularly when I wear like heavy makeup. So this one is again, I think, going to be an empty by next month. The last two products that I have to actually physically show you are these two right here, which again, I have really good progress on. This one is a hair mousse. This is the Got To Be Twisted Curling Mousse, which I don't have very much left of. I have used this one, I think 3 times in the last 2 weeks, and I have gotten some really good movement on it. Maybe if I shake it, maybe you can, I don't know, maybe you can hear like how little is left in here. So it's definitely a product, again, I think I can have out in the next 2 weeks if I used to remember to use it again. And then another product that I definitely will have empty next month is my Olaplex Conditioner. This one I have marked at the very bottom again, because this one is mostly empty. There's a little bit of product left in there. Like if I open it, you will be able to see that there is still like product left, but you can also see there's like a big hole in there. So I will definitely finish this one next time I wash my hair. I honestly think it's only going to be like 1 use left in here, but it's really hard to get out the last bit of product. Maybe you can see at the bottom there that it's kind of like gathering. So there's a little bit of product, like I said, but it is hard to get out. So maybe I'll cut this one open to get one last use, because I was really struggling to get conditioner out of this one last time I washed my hair. But we'll see. But either way, this one is definitely going to be out next month, because, or not next month, but next update, because this one only has like 1 use left. So those were all of the products that I have that I want to share with you. The last product in this project is my Hair Gain hair gummies and the kind of refill capsules. And I haven't actually reached for those barely at all, because again, I've been out of my routine for the last 2 weeks. So unfortunately, I haven't really used them at all. And then we have my Westlab Cedarwood Neroli and Sage, what's it called? Bath salts. Haven't used that one either because I haven't had a bath, because I haven't been at home. We also have my Macadamia Moisturizing Rinse Conditioner, which I have not used either, again, for the same reason. So those are all of the products that I currently have in my project. I'm looking at the list now. I don't know if you can see it right here. That's the products. And then these are all of the ones that I've already finished. So you can see that I've gotten a lot of them done. Maybe I'm like about halfway there. No, not quite halfway there with the products, but I do think next month is going to be a really, really good kind of update. I think I'm going to have a lot of products finished. Just looking at the list, I think I will have the Dove Derma Spa like gradual tanner done. I also think I'm going to have my Dove Skin Glow body lotion done. So both of those body lotions from Dove I'm going to have done, I believe. I also going to try to have the Kerastase Aqua Olum treatment done. Same with, let me see, this Chanel Extra Radiant Exfoliating Gel. I think I'm going to have that done. I'm going to have both my Inky List Cleanser and my Cleansing Oil, I think, done. And then maybe even my CosRX Snail Mucin Serum. That one is probably going to be done too. And lastly, those 2 hair products I showed you, they got to be Curling Mousse and the Olaplex Conditioner. So there's going to be a lot of empties hopefully next month, which means that we're going to have quite an exciting update. but not month. I keep saying month, but next update, which is 2 weeks. So we'll see how it goes, but that is going to be it for this update today. Let me know how you think I'm going to get on in the next 2 weeks. Do you think I'm going to be able to finish all those products that I mentioned? I do think so, because I am very, very close on all of those. And now when I'm back home, I'm definitely going to put them in the forefront of my focus on my shelves, just so I can see them and remember to use them. But I hope you guys are having an amazing day wherever you are, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye, guys.